I need you to hear me, and I need you to understand this. No one is gonna be more mad at you, and when I mean mad, I'm talking about nobody. Like the ones who's gonna be more envious and jealous of you is gonna come from spiritual people more than anything. It ain't gonna be so much from the carnal. It's gonna be from spiritual people. Absolutely. It's gonna be from those who go to church, and then it's gonna be from those not only in church but those in the occult too. Alright? I need y'all to listen to me. And the reason why is this. I heard a horn in between that. The reason is this. A lot of y'all that have been following me for quite some time and have been looking through my YouTube channel, I got 1 point something K videos. I'm talking about, if you go on my channel, subscribe, you got a whole bunch of content that you could just look at from time to time whenever you want to, but all the content that I talk about. You got a lot of spiritual people that's going to be upset. They're going to feel some type of way. The reason why is because when niggas start joining the occult, and when people when they go to church and all this, the stuff that I have on my content that I bring to your attention, that I share to you so you can be aware and learn as well. A lot of these people, they need booklets when they join the occult. They get a booklet. They get a package. When niggas start doing spells and all that, they got booklets. They read through things so they can start doing certain things, right? The stuff that I was talking about through all my content, how to discern spirits, how they move out here. First of all, let me tell it to you like this. Demons hate to be exposed. That came on cue, that noise. Demons hate to be exposed. Demons like to masquerade in people, in vessels. They like to be sneaky. They like to be shady. They like to do what they do, but they don't like to be exposed. The thing about you, my kings, my queens, that's been following me and been watching, especially with spiritual discernment, is people cannot be sneaky around you. And that's what people, they don't like that. People do not like the fact that they can't be sneaky around you. They can't. It don't matter how much they try to try to be sneaky in your presence, they just can't. They're gonna get exposed. All of them. I'm talking about from your family group, your friend group, your co-workers, associates, strangers, people in their friend group, whoever comes in their circle, in their space that you are around, you're going to see. That's why people don't like the fact that you can see them. They don't like it. Demons don't like to get exposed. But at the same time, you got to understand, we got the Most High, the one who's in charge of everything. What you got to understand about spiritual discernment is we know that the Most High sees everything, right? From up there. He sees everything. He sees the good. He sees the bad. He even sees niggas who trying to be sneaky. He sees everything that they do. Everything that we do, including me too. He sees everything. But when you have spiritual discernment, when you also go through your spiritual awakening, when you unplug, and the reason why you gotta make that noise, unplug, the veil gets removed. Your spiritual discernment, your spiritual eyes, you know, like the movie They Live with the black shades, your eyes is what God sees. So what God does is he gives you the spiritual discernment so you can see what you see is what he sees. He wants you to see what he sees. And this is why people get mad around you. Those who are in the dark. The ones also that are controlled by demons, shapeshifters. You know what I'm saying? Demons, not so much with the vessel, because this battle ain't against flesh and blood. You're looking at niggas, you know what I'm saying? You're looking at people, but people, you know, how they living, they got doors open, spirits be in their ears, controlling them, or being in their vessels. So spirits, demons do not like to be exposed. But in your presence, they cannot hide it. And the reason why you have a lot of spiritual people and occultist people get mad at you or feel some type of way about you is because they look at your content and they look at you and go, who the hell is this individual right here? Who is this king or queen? Who is this person? You know why they start to look at you? You know why they start to feel some type of way? The reason why these niggas begin to feel some type of way is because a lot of people, they did witchcraft, they did spells, a lot of niggas did scams, a lot of niggas started doing certain kind of things to get to the level that they're at spiritually. Even in these churches, you see how these false prophets and all that. I need everybody in this church right now. Come on, God is telling me $1,000 each person in here. Come on, start. False. Yeah, I seen false prophets. Them niggas is in the agents is in the church. The agents in the church. Let me tell you like this: a witch and a warlock, ladies and gentlemen. They're not going to be like how they look like in the fairy tales. You know the fairy tale, that witch, she got that green face, she got that pointy nose, she got a broomstick and all that. A witch and a warlock is never going to look like that. In fact, them niggas ain't even going to look like how I look right now with this casual clothes. Yeah, you might see it a little beaded out and all that. That don't mean nothing. That witch and that warlock is going to be with the suit and the tie. With that nice little dress. Dressing very casually. Like if they go into a gala. You see how people, how they look when they go to church? You heard what I said? How people look when they go to church? They got the blazer, the suit, they put the tie. Like if they go into a job interview, do you see how the women dress with the dresses? Even though I'm not disrespecting my father, because he does say in his scriptures how girls should dress and how people should dress too. But you also have to understand that witches and warlocks do not look like how the fairy tales look. Them niggas look exactly like that. In that suit, in that tie, well dressed. Color. Witches and warlocks be like that too. But the thing about it is, the reason why they look at you is because they can't hide from you. A witch, a warlock can't hide from you. Demons, they cannot hide from you. Not you. I heard the honk in between when I said that. That's why niggas start looking at your content and go, who is this person? Because the reason why they start to feel some type of way about you, and I'm talking about more spiritual people than the carnal, the spiritual people. The reason why they feel more about, they feel some type of way about you is because all your content, everything that you begin to expose is the stuff that they're doing. So the shoe is fitting a lot of people who see what you're doing. They go, who is this person? You know why? Because you're not in no occult. You didn't join no occult. You didn't go to no church. You did not have an elder in the church out here. You did not have a pastor. You did not join no occult where these niggas need booklets to start reading about patterns and all this stuff, what they do out here. You didn't need that. You didn't need no spiritual, no elder, no pastor. You know how people be in these churches talking about my spiritual daughter, my spiritual son, my spiritual father, my spiritual mother. That kind of talk, you ain't need that. You don't do that. You don't need that. You ain't do that. That's why niggas is looking at you, and that's why spiritual people feel more some kind of type of way about you. Because the stuff you've been talking about, these niggas, these kind of people, they needed that kind of guidance from people to start learning about stuff like that. But they look at you and go, where did he or she come from with all their content? Like, who is this person right here? Because everything you're talking about, you exposing it so that people out here could be aware about the stuff that these niggas is doing. You did not need to join no occult. You did not need to join no church. You ain't have no elder. You ain't have no pastor. You ain't have no occultist leader giving you a booklet to teach you things. No. That came specifically from the Most High God himself. Everything that you talk about, all your content, everything you expose, that came from God personally, the Most High himself. That ain't come from church. And that's why the occult and spiritual people, spiritual leaders, people in church, they feel more some type of way about you than a carnal person. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Because they look at you and go, how the hell does this person know how we move out here? Who is this person? That's your discernment. You got to understand spiritual discernment is pretty much, God has eyes up there. God is the creator of everything. He created humans, animals, the earth, the world, even things that we do not see. He created that too. Come on, man. God raises up kings. God brings down kings. Come on. So the stuff you start to talk about, a lot of people, some people was in church and the occult. They did years of serving in these churches, years in the occult with these booklets and all that to start to figure out and start talking about the things that you talking about. But you came out of nowhere. You made it look easy. But it wasn't easy, but you made it look easy. These niggas spent years of doing what they were doing. Let me ask you something. A lot of y'all people who follow me, like and subscribe, or comment down below. The church you go to, what kind of pastor in your church is telling you, and I want y'all to be honest with me, what pastor in your church is talking about discernment, how to discern when a spirit is irritated and how they move out here? Spirits, when they irritated. Oh, my ears is ringing as I said that. What pastor is telling you that? Hey, church, congregation, the people, family, I need you to, when you walk outside, man, pay attention to your circle, but it's spiritual. This is what spirits do when they get irritated, whether you know them or don't, but they all do the same thing. I told you the tactics don't change. That's when niggas look at you and go, who is this person here? Why? Because your videos, you started talking about how the different kind of witchcraft, from the powders to the diseases, the graveyard work, how to break it, cut the cord. They're looking at you like, who is this one right here? Who is this person right here? How do they know so much things? Without joining an occult, without going to church. You're a mystery. Especially to those who were sent. Did you hear the honk? Who were sent during your spiritual awakening. I told you, when y'all go through your spiritual awakening, all hell breaks loose. There's a knock on the door because you woke up. The Most High removed the veil from y'all. So of course, everybody who's in the dark, niggas who's in charge, they gotta get a knock on the door about you in the spirit realm to keep an eye on you, to watch over you. So you got niggas puzzled, confused. Those who actually specifically went to you to send attacks your way. You know what I'm saying? During your spiritual awakening, you had to go through your betrayal. You know what I'm saying? From your family. You heard that on QC? From your family to co-workers to friends. You had to see what you had to see during your awakening so you can make these videos and your content to share your story too, to help others out there. You had to go through what you went through to where you at now, spiritually. But the Most High allowed you to see everything. See, the Most High is in charge. So he was there when you unplugged. He was there when niggas were sending you attacks. He saw it all. He blocked it. He intervened. He stepped in. He laid hands on people. Some niggas died. The spells always got reversed, sent back. But at the same time, the Most High was in charge. He was with you in the front. He never left your sight. He would never leave your sight. And that's what people look at you like, who is this person here? Because you got niggas puzzled. Because those who they sent, the flying monkeys, to try to, which way did he go, boss? Which way? To send the things your way, they're looking at you like, we tried, and what is going on? This person don't look like nothing. But in fact, I'm having problems. What is going on? Especially those who spending money to witches and doctors on the low. I need updates. What's happening? What's happening? Like, my life is in chaos right now, but I still get no results on who I'm paying y'all. Like, what's going on? And we already know that these doctors and witches, like the warlocks and all, they're not going to tell you because they already were warned and they know what's up already. They not. Once you learn the scam too. See, this is why spiritual people get mad at you. They look at you because you exposing a lot of things about what these niggas do too on the low. And then they look at you like, who is he or she? Like, how do they know this? What is them? Where did they come from? And again, I ain't find God. God found me. God woke up my eyes. A lot of y'all niggas, we are all spiritual beings. We are all. I don't care whether you believe me or not. We are all. Again, and I'm going to keep telling y'all niggas so you can understand. When you don't talk, you still hear yourself speaking. You can have a whole full-blown conversation in your mind without talking, without moving your lips. And you wondering, who the hell is that in my ears or in my head speaking? That's your soul. That's your spirit. That's the truth out there. See? For this battle went against flesh and blood. Ephesians chapter 6 verse 12. It's not against a human opponent. Spiritually, all y'all niggas are spirits, whether you believe me or not. I don't care. But you hear yourself when you don't talk. You hear, you get thoughts. Right? Exactly. But the people who's going to feel some type of way about you is spiritual people and the occult. They are. And the reason why they feel some type of way about you is because your content is exposing the stuff that they do. They don't like that. Not only do they don't like that, it's the fact that these niggas have booklets. It took years to talk about how they move out here. Some of these people in church, because the agents be in the church too, the spiritual mother, spiritual father, spiritual son, spiritual daughter, as they say. Even though these niggas be sleeping with all that, the agents be in the church, man. Again, religion is a scam. Don't fall for religion. It's spiritual. Have a relationship with the Most High. You do not need church. You do not need religion. It's a scam, man-made. But anyway, the stuff you talk about, these people took years of practice to do. So they look at you and go, who is this person? Because you start talking about how to discern spirits. And the tactics don't change. And that's the thing about demons. I told you, demons hate to be exposed. They like to masquerade. They like to hide in a vessel, hide with people. But they can't do it around you. They can't. Even if they smile, you're still gonna see that fake. Like you see through people whether you know them and whether you don't know them. Even if people from their friend group come around your way, you spot the agents in the crowd. You can see if that relationship is authentic, if it's legit. Because those spirits, whoever it is in that group, you could tell and see. You can see it through the friend group, through the relationship. You see who's fake, who's not. And the demons don't like that. Demons like to hide. But they can't do it around you. And that's why spiritual people look at you. They look at your content, all your videos, and go, who is this person? Because they know that you know what you're talking about. They just trying to find out who the hell are you. But you know what you're talking about. But they're getting mad at the same time because as they watching your content, as they watching your videos, a lot of the shoe is fitting of those niggas who's lurking out here, moving in the shadows on the low. Because you're exposing how they moving out here. That's why they look at you a certain way. And that's why they feel some type of way about you. Because you did not need church. You ain't have no pastor. You ain't have no elder talk to you this way. You did not have no occult leader. You did not join no occult. You didn't do nothing that they do. You ain't need no booklet. This came strictly from the Most High himself personally, from the stuff that you starting to talk about. They go, who is this person? Who is he or she? Like, what the hell? You're a mystery to people. And you are a mystery more that people get more intrigued because the ones that sent the attack, they saw that nothing happened, but there's things happening to them. So they're still wondering, who are you? Who is he or she? So on this journey, you're not going to have so much the carnal people that's going to feel some type of way about you. It's the spiritual people that's going to feel some type of way about you more than anything. Those that are in church are going to feel some type of way about you. Those that's in the occult are going to feel some type of way about you. Spiritual people, those that be in a low and a dark, especially based off your content, what you talk about, they're going to feel some type of way about you because these niggas needed booklets. They needed booklets. They needed church. And it took years to get the spiritual knowledge that you talking about with your discernment, how to discern spirits and how they move out here and how they code one another and all that. You just came out of nowhere talking about it, made it look easy. These niggas, especially in church, right? People get certificates, right? They get Bible study and all this stuff. Start getting certificates and all this. Come on, yo, but it's all a scam. When you're very spiritual with the Most High, you're going to see what the Most High allows you to see. And you make it look easy, and that's what they don't like. And the reason why they don't like it, and they're curious at the same time, because they're like, who are you? Who's protecting you? Where did you come from? How do you know this kind of knowledge? Like, how do you know what you're talking about? Because they know what the hell they doing. You see the blue, you see the red, you see the color coding, you see... I told you, when a spirit is irritated, they're looking at you and go, how did this nigga know when a spirit is irritated? Because they all do the same thing. How to spot a narcissist manipulator, how to spot a demon when it's in somebody. They can know you or don't know you, but it's spiritual. How you see the mean mug, how you see the snaring, the coughing, the irritation, the body language. How you are so observant with these things that they all do it. How do you catch on to it? How do you see our tactics? How do you know about witchcraft and all this stuff? The graveyard work, the powder work, how we send diseases, mental magic on people. Like, how do you know that? How do you know, with your content, you talking about how niggas start moving in here to try to cloak into your energy, and how we move out here in a group. How we send attacks to people. See, they need booklets for that. How to send attacks in people's way, how they move, how the occult move, the symbols, hidden symbols, what they do. How they speak in codes and symbols. You saw it all. All your content exposed it. As I heard a bang in between, you heard a siren. Your content exposed it. And you did not need no occult. You did not need no booklet. You didn't need church. You did not need no pastor. You did not need none of that. That was all from God personally, the Most High himself. The Most High himself. The Most High opened up your eyes to see. Of course he did. You saw. And the only ones who's really getting mad about you is the niggas who really send those spiritual attacks your way. On cue. The ones who really send spiritual attacks your way, those involved, they really feeling some type of way about you. Because they seeing how you still keep elevating. How you still continue to keep doing content. And they asking how, why, and why you don't look like what the hell we've been sending your way. Like, why you don't look at what? They're puzzled. They're confused. And at the same time, they're intrigued with your knowledge based off all your content. So you're going to piss off the occult. You're going to piss off spiritual people, those in church too. Again, this got nothing to do with religion. This got nothing to do with the Bible. This got nothing to do with none of that. But God is real. He ain't fake. God is very real. The Most High is real. And everything that, if you've been following my content, everything I've been talking to you, exposing the tactics, how they move out here, how a spirit gets irritated from people that you know and don't know, how they hide and blend in with that person. All of y'all who follow my content, I show y'all how to spot them when they move out here, because they all do it. And that's why they get mad. Especially those, you know what I'm saying? You follow me, I talk about how they try to cloak into your energy. When niggas try to manifest you, what you're going to begin to see from a certain specific person that's trying to manifest you, even if you don't know them, but you're going to see certain signs. How? But they look at you and go, who is he or she that knows this kind of knowledge? Where did this person come from? And you did not need no occult. You didn't need to go to the occult. You didn't need no booklet, man. You ain't go to church. You ain't go to no pastor, no that. You know who's your teacher? The Most High. Not no man. The Most High is your teacher. It's just spiritual. And it came naturally to you. That's the thing about it. Besides the other content that you talk about, exposing what's happening in the world with other things. But there's a lot of content, you know what I'm saying, that I dropped. Talking about certain spiritual things and what to be aware and how to observe, especially in the dreams. They look at that. They be like, yo, who? What? Even when you walk out here, man, you see that. So that's the only people who's going to feel some type of way. That's the only people who's going to feel some type of way about you is the occult and spiritual people. They're going to feel some type of way about you and all your content. Because all your content, everything you talk about, all the exposure that you talk about, even the tactics with the Matrix, you hear the siren on cue, how to spot the color codings and how they move out here, coding one another's spirits when it's in people, when they get irritated, how they move. The color, the constant red and blue all the stuff you talk about, these niggas needed booklets. It took years of some of these people to get that kind of practice. Some of these people in church, the stuff that I talk about, some of these people in church, they're not going to talk that way. And the reason why they feel some type of way too is because I keep saying that there are agents in the church, and they are. How witches and warlocks be in the church trying to suppress demons. They get mad. They be like, how does this nigga know this kind of conversation? But we'll talk about it on between. See, because this is real. It happens. The agents are in the church. You do not need church. to get saved by the Most High. You just need him personally. Personally. And guess what? Let me tell you something. When Yeshua was alive, who was he beefing with the most? The niggas from the church, the religious people. Who crucified him? Who killed him? The religious. The religious that you see today, these churches. Man-made religion. Cults. It's a scam. But the stuff you talk about, they know too. They just mad at the fact that, how do you know what they do? That's what they getting mad about. How you spot when niggas try to just get into your energy, your space, how to spot energy vampires, how you see that. They don't like the fact that you exposing their tactics and how they move out here, how they try to cloak in niggas' energies and the color coding and what they do out here and how they move. Because demons don't like to get exposed. They like to masquerade and hide. They don't like it. But again, with your discernment, they can't hide from you. Nobody. And that's because the Most High allows you to see what he sees. He sees everybody. He sees everybody. So the Most High is like, yo, this gift that I give you, remember, a lot of people got spiritual gifts. I ain't the only one. There's a whole bunch of people out here. There's earth angels out here. Different gifts. Some people could discern. Some people could speak in tongues. Some people could dream. Some people could see things. And then there's some, and all you got to do is ask the Most High to give you spiritual wisdom, guidance, sharpen, talk to him, and he'll give it to you. That's what happens. But on this journey, and all your content, all that you're doing, the people who's going to feel some type of way about you, and the reason why they're going to feel some type of way is envious, jealousy, and also curiosity. You got to understand, it's not all hate and badness. It's going to be envy. It's going to be jealousy. But they're going to be curious. There's going to be people who take an interest of you. But you're going to get it all. And you're going to get it all and more. And it's going to be a lot from spiritual people. The occult and those that go to church. You're going to get that more from that. A lot of niggas going to feel some type of way. Because you made it look easy with all your content. How you expose. What you talk about. And these people needed booklets. And it took years. But the stuff that I talk about. No pastor in a church is going to talk about discernment. How to discern spirits and how they move in code out here. Like I'm talking about in very detail. How to spot a spirit that's irritated. That when a demon is trying to hide in somebody or when it's being used. They're not. Not one pastor, not one church is going to talk about that. Again, agents are in the church, man. And that's why niggas avoid you. They avoid you. They try to start playing with your algorithm and number because of what you're talking about. Again, a lot of niggas is where they at because you're doing it naturally. But a lot of niggas is where they at because they did witchcraft. They did spells. They scammed. They lied their way to wherever they going. You're still doing it naturally. You ain't scamming niggas. You ain't lying to people. You're doing what you're doing. And that's what makes people feel some type of way. And it don't matter how long it takes. Continue to keep grinding. There's people watching. They're watching. They're watching. There's people who want to collab with you. There's people who want to do what they want to do with you. And there's people who got this, and that, who want to fly you out. You know what I'm saying? But they're looking at you and going, how did this person know what he's talking about? And I don't brag. I stay humble. I'm not better than the next. I ain't smarter than the next person. You know what I'm saying? We learn something new every day. So if you got something that you want to teach me, I'll be like, yo, I'm all for it. Like, what? I'm just giving you my experiences. Spiritually. And I'm not talking about like the research or what I talk about, you know, with my Instagram and certain videos that I did. Some of it is research. But I'm talking about spiritually, when it came to gang stalking and all that stuff, when it came to how to discern and all that, what I was talking, nah, nigga, I was straight off experience what the Most High wanted me to see and what I saw from experience to help y'all niggas, especially when it came to my spiritual awakening, how their faces started changing and how they started moving, people from I known and don't know, the spiritual attacks, the witchcraft, mental attack, come on, man. That was all experience, but that was all because the Most High allowed it. See? That's what niggas don't like about that. Especially those in the occult and all that. Because the stuff you talk about, they got booklets and all that. Because they got tactics on how to attack certain people and how they move in cliques. how they try to mess with somebody's mind, and how to see how niggas cut through corners right away, and the stuff they try to do to mess with your psyche. But you talked about it so easily that they getting exposed out here. Especially when how they move out here. They don't like that. But they're curious at the same time to go, who is this person? Because you didn't, like, what they needed to learn, and the things that they did, with, especially reading booklets like this to learn these kind of attacks, you just made it look so easy. But it was, again, I'm not in charge. I'm not in charge. So, y'all know what's up already, man. Unplug. Stay awake. Don't go to sleep. Stay with the Most High. Always pray for hedge of protection. Stay authentic, and choose your friend group wisely. Remove the people, you know what I'm saying? Remove anybody who's trying to drain your energy. You don't need to be around none of that. Alright? On to the next video.